What if I told you that 95% of your life is being controlled by a part of your mind you're barely aware of? You think you're making choices, deciding your path, but most of those decisions are being made for you, automatically, silently. That, my friends, is the power of your subconscious. Today, we're going to uncover the hidden engine behind your habits, your emotions, your failures, and your victories. And we'll connect it with the profound ancient wisdom of the Stoics, who taught, as Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This isn't just philosophy. It's a practical guide to reclaiming control over your life. Stick with me because by the end of this video, you'll have the tools to start rewriting your own programming. Let's start with the part of your mind you're using right now, your conscious mind. Think of it as the surface thinker. It's logical, it's analytical, and it's present in the moment. It's what you use to solve a math problem, decide what to have for lunch, or plan out your week. But here's the catch. It has serious limits. Research shows it can only hold about 5 to 9 pieces of information at once. It gets tired, it gets distracted, and it gets easily overwhelmed. This is precisely why pure motivation so often fails. You can pump yourself up and tell yourself, "That's it. I'll go to the gym every day starting tomorrow." You can write it down, set your alarm, and feel that rush of determination. But if your deep-seated subconscious programming believes that you're lazy, or that you're the kind of person who always gives up, guess which part of you wins that internal battle? It's not your conscious plan. It's your programming. Your conscious mind might be the captain giving orders on the deck, but there's a much more powerful force at play beneath the surface. And that brings us to the silent commander, your subconscious mind. Unlike its conscious counterpart, your subconscious is always on. It's working right now as you listen. It's working when you're driving, when you're showering, and even when you're deep asleep. It controls your heartbeat, your breathing, your automatic reactions, but it also governs your habits, your deepest fears, your core beliefs, and your very sense of identity. Every single experience you've ever had, every emotion you've ever felt, every belief you've absorbed from your parents, your friends, and society, it's all stored in this vast, powerful database. If the conscious mind is the captain shouting orders from the ship's bridge, the subconscious is the entire ocean current, silently and relentlessly pulling the ship in a certain direction. Most people go through their entire lives never realizing this fundamental truth. You are not fighting your circumstances. You're fighting your own internal programming. This is where the Stoic truth bombs come in. Seneca famously said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." And where does that imagination run wild? Where do the loops of anxiety, self-doubt, and fear play on repeat? In the subconscious. The Stoics understood that you either train this powerful part of your mind, or you will be ruled by it for the rest of your days. So what happens when these two minds clash? This is a struggle you probably know all too well. Let's say you consciously decide you want to build more discipline. You wake up at 5 a.m., you journal, you write down your goals, you feel absolutely pumped. You're on top of the world. But a week later, maybe 2, you find yourself right back where you started, scrolling on your phone late at night, skipping workouts, and hearing that familiar voice of self-doubt creeping back in. What went wrong? It wasn't a lack of willpower. It was a conflict of programming. Your conscious mind was trying to steer the ship in a new direction, but your subconscious, which still saw you as the old version of yourself, dropped anchor. It resists change, not because it's malicious or evil, but because its primary job is to keep you safe, and what's safer than what's familiar? It prefers the comfort of your old habits, even if they make you miserable. This is exactly why the Stoics trained themselves through constant repetition and daily reflection. They didn't rely on fleeting moods or bursts of motivation. They methodically conditioned their automatic responses to align with their highest values, with reason, virtue, and purpose. As the great Stoic teacher Epictetus put it, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." You must actively program your subconscious to match your conscious goals. If you don't, you will unconsciously sabotage yourself, again and again, wondering why you can never seem to make lasting progress. So, The million-dollar question is, how do you actually do it? How do you reprogram the inner code that's running your life? It's not as mystical as it sounds. Here are 4 actionable, Stoic-inspired techniques you can start using today. First, repetition. You must do the thing before you believe you're the kind of person who does the thing. Your identity follows your actions, not the other way around. Want to be a writer? Write every day, even if it's just a paragraph. Want to be disciplined? Wake up early every day, even when you don't feel like it. The action itself sends a new message to your subconscious. Second, affirmations combined with visualization. Don't just say the words. Feel them. Speak what you want to become. As if it's already real. See it in your mind's eye. Feel the emotions of having already achieved it. This reinforces the new belief on a deep emotional level, which is the language the subconscious understands. Third, environment control. This is huge. You have to surround yourself with people, content, and physical spaces that reflect your future, not your past. Your subconscious is like a sponge. It soaks up everything around you. Unfollow the accounts that make you feel bad. Spend more time with people who lift you up. Curate your environment to support the person you are becoming. Finally, journaling. This isn't just about recording your day, it's about consciously scripting your reality. The Stoics journaled daily. Marcus Aurelius's Meditations wasn't a book he was writing for the public. He was reprogramming his own mind, reminding himself of his principles, and preparing for the challenges of the day. Write about who you are becoming. This brings us to the ultimate Stoic edge. Conscious living. The Stoics didn't wait for life to be easy or to feel motivated. They actively trained their minds against comfort and fleeting emotions. They deliberately practiced what's called voluntary discomfort, taking cold showers, fasting, or purposely choosing the harder path. Why would they do this? Because they understood that true freedom is not about doing whatever you feel like in the moment. That's slavery to your impulses. True freedom is doing what your highest purpose demands, regardless of how you feel. It's about being the master of your internal state, as Seneca wisely warned. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. We waste it by being prisoners of our unexamined programming, living on autopilot. Your conscious mind is the spark, the initial decision to change. But your subconscious mind is the fire. You have to use the spark to light the match, and then you must deliberately and consistently build the blaze. So, here is your call to action. I want you to start this process tonight. Before you sleep, when your mind is most receptive, I want you to do 3 simple things. First, write down 1 new belief you want to install in your mind. For example, I am a disciplined person who honors my commitments. Second, visualize 1 specific action you will take tomorrow to prove that belief is true. See yourself doing it. And third, say your new belief out loud. I am becoming what I choose. And to commit to this journey publicly, drop a comment below right now saying, I'm training my subconscious. Let's build a community of people dedicated to this work. Your mind is not your enemy. It's your most powerful ally, but only when you take the time to train it. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the mind. If you found this valuable, please subscribe for more content where ancient wisdom meets modern transformation. Until next time, take command.